In the first round, they were basically testing my aptitude skills. As I entered, he asked me to tell me about myself. I told him about that I belong to Ajmer, and I've been participating in many activities. And I told him about my family background. Then he asked me, what do you do in pastime? Then I told him that I play chess. He asked me, where do you play? So I told him that I play on online applications. He asked me my rating. I told him. Then he asked me, okay, I should now ask you some puzzles. So the first puzzle was, if there are 9 balls and one is heavy amongst them, so in how many weighings, minimum weighings, can we surely calculate the heavier one? So I gave the answer, it is 2. Then he asked me, now if there are 10 balls, then I thought it might be 2. I told him, sir, 2. So he was like, okay, explain me. So I tried explaining, then it was wrong. So I told him, no sir, it would be 3. So he was like, fine. Then he asked me, okay, now there are 100 people in a room and they handshake with each other, all handshake with each other. Now, so how many handshakes took place total, I said. So I told him that, I told him 100 C2 it would be. He was like, calculate and tell me. So I told him the answer, it was 4950 or something. So he was like, okay. And he asked me, last question was, there are 2 ropes and when burned at an end, they burn in an hour. So what are the different time intervals that we can calculate using these 2 ropes? So I told him that 1 hour, 2 hour, half an hour. I told him if we fold the rope, we can calculate 15 minutes. He asked me, how do we do that? So I tried to explain him. You know, okay, let me change the question, and he changed the rules a bit, but he got impressed, I think, by that. So he was like, okay. So he asked me, okay, Surbhi, I'm done with it. If you want to ask anything, I asked him that if I work very hard and if my performance is consistently good in the company, so will I be awarded with some bonuses or things like that? He told me that your pay is fixed, your bonuses are fixed, so basically if you work more, you'll be given even more work. So you have to decide how much you want to do. So that was it. That was the first round. The next one was the HR round. As I entered, she again asked me to tell me about myself. Then she asked me if I am interested in chemical engineering. Then I told her that I'm not much interested in chemical engineering, though some subjects are interesting. So she told me, then why did you choose it? So I told her that this is not what I opted, this is what I got because of my AIEEE ranking. So she told me that you should have gone for some other branch, whichever you desire. She asked me, what did you want? So I told her electrical spontaneously. She asked me, why did you want that? So I told her that because it involves much of analytical ability and much more than chemical engineering, and I think I'm good at it. So she asked me, why didn't you go to some other college where you would have got electrical engineering? I told her that because I wanted Jaipur preferably, because Jaipur is the best city among all the NITs, and also it's close to my place, so I wanted Jaipur. And I asked my seniors and they told me that chemical engineering is not that bad, it does involve some subjects which are actually interesting. So she was like, okay. So next she asked me, have you given some presentations or things like that? I told her, yes, we had presentations in our curriculum, so we gave them. So she was like, how did you find them? So I was like, I enjoyed giving those presentations. She asked me if they were team events or you had to do it as a solo. So I told her that they were team events. So she asked me if any problem that I faced doing those seminars. I told her no, I didn't face any problem and it went well. She asked me what are the problems that I think might be there when I work in a team. I told her that some people become egoistic, some want preferably better part in a particular thing or particular project that they are doing. So complications arise over there and people have to compromise. If all are not able to compromise, then problems do arise. She was like, okay, fine. Next she asked me, next she looked at my CV and she started asking me what I had done. She asked me, what is the schemo car? I had participated in the schemo car competition, which was a competition to drive your car solely by chemical reactions. So I told her about the car. So she asked me, why did you do it? So I told her that basically what I did in this competition was calculate the compositions that would be required to run the car and just estimate the amount of speed so that I can give an impression that I have a nice analytical ability, and that was all I did. So she was like, okay. She asked me then, and what is this extempore competition? Was this a school event or a college event? I told her this was a school event. She was like, okay. Next she asked me, you have written hardworking, quick learner and something in your strengths. So give an example and justify each. I told her that I gave some examples and I was able to justify them. Next she asked me, have you gone to some other colleges? You've given some paper presentations out to some other colleges? I told her no. She was like, why don't you go? I told her because I got something more interesting doing in my college only. She was like, what did you do? I told her I did this chemo car when I was thinking of going to some other college. She asked me, where did you want to go? I told her Moodai. She was like, so why did you cancel it? So I told her that we weren't able to book the tickets on time, so it got cancelled. She was like, okay. Last she asked me, why do you want Snapdeal? I told her that Snapdeal is offering at Delhi. So Delhi is a nice place. The package that they are offering is fine for me. Also, I heard that the work culture is not very, it's not very, people aren't very professional, but they are like cool. They are quite interactive. They have an interactive atmosphere. So I like this about this company. So she was like, okay, it is pretty good. So last she asked me if you want to ask anything. I asked her about her experience. She started explaining me that how Snapdeal is very good apart from the other companies. That was all. One should prepare all the puzzles and one should prepare well for the aptitude round, because if it is a core company or it's not a core company, they will check your aptitude. And also one should look well the CV. One should be thorough with everything that you've written. You shouldn't have written anything just like that. They will check it. So that's it.